Good morning, y'all. It is Missy Chrissy here, as well as Scratch Master, and it is time for the morning trend. How you doing, Scratch?
I am good. I am fine on this wonderful Thursday.
Yeah, tomorrow's a holiday.
So it's today, you know.
There's
But
still people working today.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, big up to Rick's Cafe for making the morning trend happen right now.
Yes, indeed. Rick's Cafe is open for delivery and takeaway services only this Saturday and Sunday. Operating hours 12 noon to 5 p.m. The menu consists of pizza, burgers, nuggets, crunchy wings, wedges, and more. Call 444-4597 to place your order. All orders should be made before 4:30 p.m. Rick's Cafe. Walk in, dance out, and y'all, as promised, we have a special, very, very special guest in the building. He has won the International Soca Monarch, and he has also won a few Soca Monarchs in Grenada. Let's give it up for Mr. Killa. Good morning.
Morning, blessed good morning. Greetings to all.
You make it.
Yeah, I make it.
You make it. You look like you know get up too, boy.
Yeah, I was suffering from some technical difficulties a while ago, you know what I mean? we had some testing last night, and the guys actually use, when you have friends using the equipment, what it does, they do their own thing,
Right.
Yeah.
How are you managing all the lockdown and so on that's happening right now?
Well, for me, it haven't been so difficult because, I have a lot going on here. We have the radio station running. We still working on projects and stuff like that for the non-profit organization, feeding as much people as we could. So, and when I do get the chance, the free day, I still go and check on the farm because I'm starting a farm now. So I've been occupying myself in the best way that I could. I mean, we all go have that little mental injection of a little bit of frustration sometimes with what the world has become, unexpectedly, I should say, while we about planning for 2020, because everybody said 2020 gonna be the year, is when we really come out of a certain age, and everybody had this great plan for 2020.
Yeah.
So it did happen unexpectedly, so we all have this little thing going on in the back of our mind sometimes that gives us a little frustration here and there. But besides that, I just doing what I could, and I live with the day as it comes,
Right.
Now, tell us about that initiative, because you said you're working on feeding people. So is that specifically because of this situation now, or this is an initiative you had before?
Well, this is something I've been doing from since like 2013. Back then, when I stumbled upon some people that was in some real bad situations, and I decided, well, I'm in a position where I could help a little bit, the little bit I could do, because some people might say $20 is nothing for them, but $20 sometimes could feed a family, brother.
That's true.
What I mean? So when I started that, I saw the reaction of those people. I saw what it did to them, how it made them happy, and I couldn't leave that space because I wanted to do that years ago. I designed my non-profit organization maybe about a good 12, 13 years ago. And when that happened, it was about me trying to put together a band back then, and I realized that I travel to countries and I see so much young musicians and producers and stuff, and I couldn't find much of it on the island. And while digging into that, I quickly realized that Grenada is a small place, 110,000 people, but there was more poverty than I thought there was
In Grenada.
In Grenada.
Right.
And to me, it's like it's almost kind of hidden because we are a poor, proud set of people. I went through that already. If I'm hungry, I wouldn't beg you. That is what our mothers and our grandmothers taught us. And if we don't have, we do with what we make what we have do. And it's a good way to have, But at the same time, You know, sometimes we need to reach out to people and let them know that we're not okay sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
And I just came across so much of that. And with this initiative now, we already feed like we already provided food for close to a hundred people, you know. And then um Glenelg Springwater came on board
Mm-hmm.
and they dropped off maybe like about 20 something bags of food to contribute to that number. So you could
Right.
imagine how much people we already took care of when it come to food. And there is families, brother, that literally been eating just rice and butter for a
Right.
week. You understand? And I ain't talking about big people alone, the kids too, you know. So we in something here together, and I just decided to do what I supposed to do, you know. That
That's
has been
amazing. Well, congrats and keep up the good work on that because that is definitely something that's so important. There's so many people who are looked over, and especially in this situation where not everybody can work at this point in time. A lot of people have lost jobs and they're not able to do for their families. Now, you're an entertainer and you're almost solely reliant on entertainment in order to make your bread and butter, I would imagine. How are you coping? And do you think that there needs to be some sort of initiative on a national scale to support entertainers in Grenada?
most definitely, because I like yesterday I was talking to my management and we were saying it's like all as everything about to shoot off as you said in 2020, the beginning of the 2020, my career is just got to a whole nother level. Everything shut down, and that means our paycheck, our everything,
Mm.
is cut immediately in
Mm-hmm.
in in every way that you can think about. Um, it's a big deal to deal with, you know. Um, it is the same position as everybody else that can't work at the moment and doesn't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that the government can see that, because there is so much of young artists now, and not just young artists. Grenada has a number of international artists now that depends on that kind of travels to feed their family.
Right.
So and the artists also been contributing so greatly to
Getting
to
people
the
here.
to the to the country
Mm-hmm.
on a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Lately it has been the artists marketing the country. I would say that, you know what I mean. It
There
has
was
been
a lot of
Most
that going on.
definitely.
huh?
Last year we saw the spike in people after you won the International Soca Monarch in 2019, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. There was you saw it happen for Carnival and Spice Mass last year.
Yeah,
There
most
was
definitely,
more,
brother, because
there was more interest, and the visitor arrivals for August for Spice Mass had spiked.
bro, we are, either say it plain now, we are the newspaper for Grenada. We are the magazines for
Mm,
Grenada. And I mean, we are the brochures for Grenada. We are Grenada's flyers. You know what I mean? We cause the country to be visited. I think I could say 5 times more than the basic tourism marketing and stuff like that. And some people would hear it and maybe feel no, but even some more than how some ministers will market the country, the artists, the art form, the culture.
yeah.
Jah has marketed Grenada to put Grenada in a place where now Grenada is one of the number one destination for carnival.
Yeah.
You
Speaking of
know,
Carnival, what do you think
Mm-hmm.
about the hosting of Spice Mass 2020? Knowing the information we know right now, what do you think?
well, Spice Mass 2020, most definitely, I don't think is going to happen for, especially as you say, the information that we have right now. I don't feel like 2020 Carnival should be the I should say in the middle of our focus at the moment. You know, as a country, I think with what's happening in the world right now, we're gonna have more problems with our economy and the way that poverty would be rising in our country because of the I would say the shutdown and the pandemic situation that we have now. In the pandemic, I see that we are functioning, and we are fu- functioning and depending on the science of, I would say, a WHO,
Mhm.
um, which is linked to also the World Health Organization and those big um, um, companies out there.
Mhm.
Now, when I look at what is happening here and what is happening in London and what is happening in New York, I don't think it's not completely the same thing. And I feel like a big part of our process is following what they kind of say, what is happening out there.
Right.
And remember that we are island and we are a small country. And when we crash, we
Mhm.
crash hard.
Yeah.
When we crash hard. And the economy, what really sustain our economy is a lot of the small businesses. And I'm not saying to just rush out there and just, what I mean, let people go and gather or work in a certain way. But I think we need more micromanagement towards our economy at the moment, because what we are going to suffer from next could actually cause as much debt as the pandemic itself. You
Mm.
understand?
Yeah, there's the after effects of of the pandemic. I mean, suppose they find a cure for it, bam, everything is cool, health wise, but you are going to experience the economic, you know, strife that is with all the people
Well,
that have lost jobs and can't
exactly. I
go
mean,
on.
the economic crash, because the world economy right now is about to crash. America is going to crash, and they're fighting for survival at the moment. If
Hmm.
some people do not understand what is really happening, there is so much information outside there at the moment for you to take in, for you to grab onto. And early when this whole lockdown start, I said to people, when you get this chance, educate yourself.
Hmm.
You're supposed to be speaking to a doctor now, and the doctor's supposed to wonder where you studied. You understand? Because all of those information is there, and you have to realize that there is the big world organization that has great influence also in the islands. I've been a part of projects. I know people that stands in great position, not just in this government, but in the U.S. government and British government and stuff like that. And I thank God that he gave me the talent that I have, and I also always been a people's person where I can really communicate, and I love socializing. I love networking. So through my whole networking, um, I should say, time while I've been traveling the world, I met so much people. So I have communications with scientists, with doctors, with nurses, with, I mean, people just in all different level, and taking in the information that they're also giving to me while studying what is happening. I can see that there is a bigger plan, a bigger plot, and it is not in in our interest. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So if that is happening, I have to see what my government is also doing,
Right.
and who hands is over us. You know, who hands is over us. And as I say, I've been part of projects even that took place in this country, where I know that there is affiliation to some people that I just look at, if, as I will say it plain, as a plain speaker, is
Yeah.
like the devil. It is like the devil little finger.
Hmm.
So when I saw that, just like, well, I have a program tonight that I'm going to do. I'm going to do a talk show tonight called On the
Hmm.
Real on
Hmm.
my radio station,
Hmm.
and I have guests, which is also, well, we have herbalists, we have psychologists. I have somebody that works with a scientist, Robert J. Junior Kennedy,
Hmm.
uh, that has the team of lawyers that is fighting and for the rights of humanity at the moment. The team of lawyers and scientists. I have people that work with them that is also going to speak on the program to share some light on what is really kind of happening, because there is so much happening, and I know that we are being bombarded with so much information from the left, from the right, and we don't
Yes,
know what to choose. That is people problem right now. They know
yes,
that something is wrong, but they don't know what to choose. You
I
understand? Like the
agree.
other day, somebody called me. I didn't see it, so I don't want to go too hard on it. But I
Hmm.
didn't get to see that one. My radio station brought it, live and stuff. But I wasn't around listening
Mhm.
to the press conference, and I hear somebody tell me Minister Steele say Bush can help you. I don't know in what format he said that, but
Mhm.
you know what I mean.
Oh
I would
God.
definitely, I would say, let me make sure in the camera here. Yeah, I would like to listen back to that press conference
Conference.
before I address it, because if you don't understand something completely, then you cannot shut it down. And my ancestors, my grandmother, my mother has healed so much people, and not just heal. I think in the natural way of living, we are. It's a preventative measure. And the medical fraternity, like, I give kudos to the doctors, to the nurses that is on the front line, but we have to understand where we stand, and the truth will always be the truth. It's like me talking to one of my white friends. I would say white people put us into slavery, and if you're white and then you want to take that personal, that is up to you, but then that is the truth. So it's
Right.
not just about what you feel, it's about what the truth really is.
That's
And you
very
would see,
important. So
and you
is it?
would
Mm-hmm.
and you would see in the medical fraternity
Mhm.
how this is being applied at the moment. It is not very preventative. It's not, people not really giving you information to prevent. The other day from the World Health Organization, I hear that they kind of shutting down on vitamin C. From since I know myself, vitamin C help your immune system. So why would you shut something like that down?
Mm-hmm.
Then you saying that bush does not help, and I know herbal healing is the greatest healing. And for you to say that is maybe you never read the Bible. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying, because even the Bible, if I believe in the Almighty Father, and for the people out there that not just jokingly believe in creation, and there is a greater being that created us, and left not believing in the Bible also, but you making sure that you know that this is our compass towards true life. And he said the herbs is the healing of the nation. They shall use it for every healing that there is. And I am friends with, like, Dr. Sebi's wife. Um, we have Uncle Patrick Dells, and then plus my mother. I grew with my mother. My mother is a healer and also a spiritual healer. And then the life source that the hospital don't heal and can't heal sometimes, she heals it with herbs. You understand what I'm saying?
All
So
right.
it's just a lot. It's just a
Same.
lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot indeed. And I thank you for sharing, giving us these teasers. Obviously, we need more from you. And people can follow you on Instagram to get all the good information that you keep putting out there and making sure that everyone stays healthy and safe. Killa, we are out of time.
Yeah, we out of time this morning, Killer.
Well,
Stay
you
safe.
know, I just never have enough time.
Yeah.
I just never have enough time. You know what I mean? But
All right.
it's a blessings. Big up to power. You don't
Mhm.
know, you guys always do a wonderful job, man. You
All
you
right.
you guys, you guys
Thank you
level the
very
playing
much.
field all the time.
I have a
So
quick one for you. I have a very
yeah,
quick one. Keep this one in 10 seconds.
yeah,
If you can, keep this one in 10 seconds. Any new music from Mr. Killer for
yes,
2020?
yeah. You're gonna definitely, most
All right.
definitely,
All right. 10 seconds up. We good.
most definitely.
Big up yourself.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so
Blessing
much
love,
for,
blessing
for
love.
talking with us this
And I,
morning.
and I hope and I hope you guys could join me tonight. You know what I mean? Tonight,
For
maybe
sure.
at
For
at eight
sure.
o'clock tonight. Yeah, on the Our Nation platform, we have a really nice show that we are going to start there. So I hope you guys could join me also.
All right. Big up
Awesome.
yourself, Killer.
Thank you so much. That is Mr. Killa right there. Thank you so much for joining us in the morning trend. Came to you compliments, Rick's Cafe. Rick's Cafe, walk in, dance out. Of course, the hit list is coming up next on Power 95.